Yep.
All right, we're back on Lukewarm Takes. It's been a minute. We're sitting
Yep.
here live, game four, or it's late. We're pulling a late nighter, game five of the NBA Finals.
Yep.
It's currently 86-82 Denver, 3:21 left in the game. Jimmy Butler shooting his free throws.
Yeah. What do you think about the foul call there? Jimmy Butler throws out the leg, gets the 3 free throws.
Did they give
I
him
mean,
the three? We've gotten no volume, so
yeah,
I don't
it
want to
was.
get sued.
Yeah, calling the floor was it was a three, and he was fat. He was fouled, and apparently that stood. Here we go. Replay again.
Okay, yeah, okay, I'm watching now.
Throws that right leg out.
God,
Gets Aaron
gives
Gordon's
Gordon a
sensitive
nut
area.
shot.
Yep. Yep. Without the kick out there's no contact. It would have been interesting to see what the
Yeah,
guy
I hate
referee
that.
said. Yeah,
I mean, but I guess you're putting your body on the line. What did they
I
call on
guess
the
so.
floor?
It was a foul on Gordon on
Okay,
the
and then
floor.
they didn't see enough evidence to overturn it.
I guess so. Yeah.
I feel like this is best case scenario for Miami. I mean, Denver's played about as bad as they can play, I feel like.
Yeah. And Jimmy Butler's played as bad as he could play, and they're still in this game.
He's had a rough finals run, I feel like.
Yeah, he has. MPJ
He's
misses it off the front iron. Going back. Miami just down one here. I think they're just going to let Jimmy Butler cook the rest of the way.
oh man, he's having a rough time though. It wouldn't surprise me at all if something horrific came out about like his ankle or something after the
He's
series.
like LeBron. Yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't
Which
surprise me if
Jimmy
he is on an operating table next week.
yeah. Jimmy Butler makes it to go up one. 8-0 run. We got 2.5 minutes to go.
Oh
I
man.
this is crazy.
I feel like Joker, there he goes. Good
Yep.
layup. I feel like he's going to have to take more shots. His tendency is pass first,
Yeah.
and I think that could come back to bite him here if they want to put him away.
Yeah. Well, he was yelling at
20,
everybody in the
16,
first
and
quarter.
4. 4 is low on the assists for him.
Well, I feel like everybody's missing shots. I mean,
Oh, dude, that's what I'm
oh,
saying. I feel like, tip back out to Bam.
yeah, that's not what you
Don't
need if you're
foul.
the Nuggets. Oh, two
That's the last
shots.
thing you needed.
Yeah, two
Um,
shots to Jimmy Butler to get him back up. We're having to call this game because it's not like, we're just talking to each
I
other.
know, and I can't
We
hear
should
what
really,
they're calling.
yeah, there's no tether to reality here. Me and you're just talking about something that
Yeah,
could be happening or not happening.
if we're calling it exactly how Van Gundy's calling it, maybe I could wake up with a job offer tomorrow.
Yeah,
There
safe,
was a
safe.
stretch in this game where the Nuggets were 1 for 15 for three and 6 for
Yeah,
12 on free throws, and it was tied.
yeah, yeah. The free throw
That
number
should
is
not
crazy.
happen.
50%. No, no, it should not happen. Maybe the altitude is getting to Denver. They spent too much time at sea level last weekend
Oh,
in
dude.
Miami.
Miami's back up 1.
9 for 19, the Nuggets free throw line. Pretty bad.
That's terrible for an NBA
Yep.
team. I watched Christian Brown miss 2 in a row,
Yep.
and
Sure
I'm
did.
like, tied up. That's going to be a jump ball, isn't it?
Nope. Nope.
Oh,
Going to be on
called.
foul on Jokic. I mean, foul
I think I was
against
on
Jokic on
Struess.
Lowry. Or it might have
Okay.
been Struess. I think it was Lowry. Lowry ended up on the ground. Yeah, it was Lowry.
Yeah, he's moving. Yeah,
I mean,
that's
he's
all
all
over
over him.
him.
Yeah.
Good
He
call.
gets a hand on the ball there, but he fouled it before that.
It's just a little too late.
Yeah.
I mean, Christian Brown misses 2 back-to-back free throws, and I looked at my dad and I'm like, you can't be a 6-foot white guy on an NBA team missing 2 back-to-back free throws.
I know. Maybe it's the lights. It's a big moment.
Dude, okay,
Maybe it's
Bruce
getting to him.
Brown put back to go up 1, 90-89, minute and a half.
They're going to let Jimmy cook.
I mean, I feel like he's due for something.
Yeah. Max Strus in the corner.
Kickball.
Kickball. I
The
mean, they still have plenty
kickball's
of time.
OP.
Yeah. They still have a lot of time. They'll get at least the ball 2 more times. The ball back
I
at least
mean,
a few times.
if they're not going to hit threes, I don't see the point in having Michael Porter Jr. out there from a defensive perspective.
Yeah,
I'd just leave Bruce Brown to ride at home.
and put KCP. Is KCP in there?
Yeah,
I don't
he's in
see him.
that
Oh, he
high
top
corner.
corner.
Yeah. 2 men's devastating. And they had an uncharacteristic amount of turnovers.
Yeah, the Nuggets. It was like double what the Heat had. Oh, no point, no score. Heat rebound, 43 seconds.
Oh, dude. We
Oh,
might end up having to do this for a minute. We could go into
I know.
OT here.
I know. Well, it's a 1-pointer,
Yeah,
so
so they're going to get the 2-for-1 here.
Jimmy Butler
Oh, he
trapped,
turned it over.
turnover. Oh man,
KCP steal.
fouled. Two
Is
shot.
that a take foul?
Ah, couldn't
I
tell you.
can't hear. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. It
I
probably was
mean,
just
you would,
common foul. He was going after the
yeah,
ball.
you would hate to see that.
Yeah, man, he just put himself in trouble, and
That's a choke job to me.
yep, yeah,
Oh my gosh.
that's bad for Jimmy Butler. Which I mean, he's had a bad game, but
Okay, yeah, so that's just a reach in.
yeah, I mean, reach in. He kind of
Well, yeah, that's what it's called.
yeah made a free throw. Uncharacteristic of the Nuggets tonight. We're coming. They've now made it to back to 50%.
I mean, they're still only going to be up 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's a possession game. But if the Heat come out empty on this next possession, you got to be thinking.
I'm
I
thinking
mean,
5 guys on. Oh, Duncan Robinson's not even getting in the game. Surely they'll check him in if they need
timeout.
3. At least it'll
Yeah.
space the floor. I'd put
All right.
everybody on him.
Yeah, yeah. Duncan Robinson. You want Duncan Robinson, Max Strus, Kyle Lowry, Jimmy
Lowry's
Butler.
hit some big threes.
He has, but they've been mostly like pull ups. I feel like like he would just be dribbling and pull it up. It hasn't been like set plays.
Is this commercial scaring you right now?
It's a little creepy.
Are we gonna
Is it-
have? Is anybody watching the finals? Let me know something about this vintage McDonald's commercial. That's really gonna give me nightmares.
Yeah, with this whole lukewarm takes late night after dark is coming back to bite us in the butt.
I know.
Leave here with the nightmares from old McDonald's toys. Is that really what they looked like back in the day?
I don't know, dude.
I don't either.
I have a. I need to find a way to pull this up on the video. I can edit it later. I have an epic picture of us at McDonald's when we're
Yeah.
kids. After the Orange Crush won. I don't know if we won. We probably lost.
Probably.
I'm
Like
trying to find
celebrating
it.
our
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and then we'll explain the Orange Crush later in this video too.
I don't know if you just saw that. I think Peyton Manning's tearing up on the. He's looked a little emotional there on the sideline.
I mean, where does Peyton Manning live?
Yes, in Denver. I feel like this is the second game.
No,
At
surely he
least the
didn't
second
stay
game.
in Denver. I mean,
Probably
I've
not.
seen him at a lot of these games.
Yeah. Maybe Nashville or something like that. All right, here we go. 24.7 seconds. Heat get the ball. Inbound. Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
Looking for Max Strus. Doesn't get it to him. Yeah. Oh, forced
back
it
at
to
Butler.
Robinson.
3.
So
Oh,
good.
foul.
Yep.
That's the best shot they could have gotten.
They really forced it to Duncan Robinson.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I would have had everybody on him.
Yeah. You called it. Max Strus should have taken that Bam Adebayo screen, come up on the wing to give him another option at least. I guess Spoelstra said, "Hey, Duncan Robinson's taking this shot. Stay out the way."
Maybe all he said was Max Strus is not taking it. This says
Could be
Peyton
that
Manning
too.
lives in Louisiana.
Are they from Louisiana?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Actually, this other website says he's still in Denver
Mm,
in a 16,000 square foot mansion
yeah.
on 4
Bruce Brown makes
acres.
the first. Bruce Brown makes the first. Makes the second. 5-point game.
Not looking good.
Definitely not looking good. Sports will take another timeout just because he hasn't left. They're bringing the trophy through the tunnel.
I'm over here looking at pictures of Peyton Manning's mansion. This is crazy, bro. You
Oh,
gotta
there he
see
is. There he
this.
is. There he is.
It's so different when they go to the Miami games. There's so many cuts to all these
Yeah.
stars, and
And
it's just
here
not the same at Denver.
we have
You
Peyton
get
Manning and
Peyton Manning
Sean
and Russell
Payton.
Wilson over and over.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they
And
live
the
there
and
because it's
the
their job.
and the Jokic brothers. We'll get those guys every once
Yeah.
in a while. Oh, they should have thrown oh, Tyler Hero in there. That would have been an all-time comeback just to come in and make the shot at the very end.
Serbia.
Wow. I wonder what time it is in Sombor, Serbia. They're really
That's
late
such a
night
good question. Yeah, they are.
or early morning. 5:01 a.m. This is just
Golly.
an early Tuesday
Going
morning.
nuts for the Denver Nuggets.
Yep.
All right. Inbound from Miami, 14 seconds left. They're down 5. Trying to get it back to Lowry.
That's a good shot, though. That's a
Yeah,
good
open
shot.
look.
They're going to dribble it out.
Dang.
Well, for the first time in franchise history, the Nuggets, finals champions.
Oh, what's K Love? What do you think K Love just whispered to Joker right there?
It might be like a passing of the torch moment, you know?
Of best white center?
Yep, yep. White big man to white big man. You are the next generation.
Wow. I'm assuming there's no way he's not the finals MVP.
No chance. Nobody else. And he
I
didn't
saw
have a
that.
stellar finals, I feel like. It was really good, but not like I take it back. It was really good. He had like 2 triple doubles. And
Even after game 3, they had FanDuel had a thing for Joker to win finals MVP. It was like minus 1,000 or something, but I couldn't believe they were still taking money on it.
yeah.
I mean, why
minus
not?
1,000. Yeah, minus 1,000s. That's a lot of that's a lot of risk for not a lot of reward,
I'd put the farm on it.
After these playoffs, I wouldn't put the farm on anything.
That's true.
When we got the Heat in the finals, this game
That's
was
true.
crazy too. If it was going to end, I was happy with this game at least. Last game was kind of disappointing, but this was a good time.
It's like a 42-inch TV in Peyton Manning's living room. That can't be right. I know it's bigger than that.
Well, no, all his big TVs are in the basement when he does
Where
Monday
they
night.
do the Monday night
The Monday
thing?
night, yeah.
Okay, I need to get off of this.
All right, we have this interview with Jokic going on. Let's just kind of ad lib it here. What's the first question? What does this mean to you?
Yeah, well, I show up, play basketball, win game.
I think he nailed it. He's proud of the boys, everybody's hard work.
Yeah,
Commitment.
it's definitely nothing about him. We're a good team. Mike
The
Malone's
Nuggets
a good
ownership.
coach.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Stuck together.
Yeah, class act.
Yep. Question number 2. What does this mean for Nikola Jokic next? What's next?
She's probably asking, is this the start of the next dynasty?
Could be.
And he said, well, we got a real shot. Got some young guys. We got some players. Nothing
Got
crazy.
two draft picks they got from, I don't really remember who the other day
Oh
this
yeah.
year. Got the trade they made.
Mhm.
Pretty
There's
wild.
the Joker family.
Yep. Oh, brother or whoever that is on the right with the Nikola Jokic Serbia jersey.
Serbia jersey. He's a big guy.
He is a big dude.
Uh-oh.
We got the night train's rolling through.
The night train. Does these keep you up at night?
When I first moved in, but now it's just kind of part of the deal. Kind of don't hear it anymore.
You're just so used to it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into some of those questions. You
Okay.
think
Yeah. Let's
where
answer them
does
for
two MVPs,
him.
and then when you have two MVPs, everybody's saying, "Where's your ring? You can't do it on the highest level. You didn't perform in the playoffs." Now they've got the ring. They sweep in the Western Conference Finals. They go up 4-1.
Yeah.
Where does that put, where do you think that puts Joker on the all time on the tier list?
Yeah. I mean, we I guess we need to make our lukewarm tier list, right? You
That'd be a
know,
great project for
yeah,
us.
we can't do rankings because that's not like very lukewarm takes of us because then we'd have to
No.
decide Michael Jordan, LeBron James. Like we'd have to make
No,
that
they can
decision.
just both be S tier.
They're just S tier. Yeah, that's right. So I think right now it would be fair to say that Joker's tier right below A or whatever we'd call it.
Yeah.
That's the second tier. And all he's missing is a few more stat lines, like just a few more career points milestones, things like
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying? Just to cement the greatness, like the longevity of the player,
Yeah.
like the scoring records. I mean, not even records, just clubs, like, breaking the different
Which will be tough
milestones.
for him
Yeah.
because he was kind of a late bloomer.
Yeah.
But he's in some elite company, like as far as the playoff goes, like the only people to average like these crazy triple doubles,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I mean, he made like that. It was a game one or two where him and Jamal Murray both had a triple double. It was the first time that ever happened
Both had a
anytime in the
30-point
playoffs.
triple double. Was
Yeah.
the first time they've ever had two people on the same team had 30-point triple doubles,
And he went 30, 20, and 10, which that was significant
which is just like an average
somewhat.
game for him almost.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, you know, I think he's there. I just feel like, will you remember Joker like you will Michael Jordan and LeBron James?
I would go A until we see multiple rings.
Okay.
I think
Yeah, that
that's
could be
the
another thing.
I think that's the separator. You've got LeBron, Steph.
Hmm.
Then you're talking the Bird, the Magic. Kobe's got 5. Duncan's got 5, I think.
Yeah.
Russell, Kareem, all those guys have multiple rings, and I think Joker's got the same level of talent,
Hmm.
but I think you have to win a couple for that to really separate. And I think that they're set up for a real shot to make another run.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, depth wise, they've got it, right? Like they don't really there's not like a huge piece they're missing. They probably could use another big guy to like lighten Joker's load, because he's not gonna be able to go
Yeah.
40 minutes through like an intense playoffs run. They didn't have an intense playoffs run because they just won every series in 4 or 5, really. I mean, it was like
Well,
one of their series went to 6.
yeah, I have a point about that. Um, I think those DeAndre Jordan minutes were big
Hmm.
early in the game. He had
Yeah.
played 10 minutes in the whole playoffs.
Yeah.
And I think he came in and he had a block and he like set a hard screen or something, came back on the other end of the floor, had another block again.
Yeah.
Big DJ minutes. I grew up a Clippers fan back in the day in the Lob City. I don't know,
Mhm.
fun moment for me. But I
Yeah.
don't think he's going to be able to really just take the load off of them. I
Yeah,
think that's their only move is some depth
yeah,
for a
and
big man.
maybe another. I mean, I'd hate to say another guard because you have Bruce Brown. I'm just confused by their trade. Like, what's their thought in doing that trade they did the other day? Let me look up um the terms of that. Let's see. They got a second round pick for this year's draft and first and second round picks for the next year's draft. And they gave the Thunder a protected first round pick in 2029.
Hmm.
So they got the 37th pick in this draft and then a first and second rounder next year.
Yeah, they're like, who cares? We're trying to win now.
Yeah.
And
So
those might end up being trade assets.
could be. Could be. Yeah, but like who are they going after? It's just kind of an interesting thing to be
No idea. It
scrolling
falls
around.
off so hard this year after the top three.
Yeah.
After Wimbenyama, Scoot, and Brandon Miller, it falls off so hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you look
Yeah.
at Miami with 3 undrafted players playing in the finals.
I
I
know.
would say, do I even want these picks?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I'm picking 18th, do I even want it?
Yeah. 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 For real.
What can I cash in for this?
How many Shroot bucks can this get me? um, man. Well, are you still watching the
Yeah,
TV
no,
here?
I've got the little
Little
ceremony
trophy
going.
ceremony.
So I guess that's their owner. I don't even know.
Yeah. I don't know who that is. He looks rich.
Let me look this up.
Yeah, let's get him. It's almost like I don't know, the setup looks very, I'm trying to think of the word. Um, maybe eclectic. It's
Hmm.
like the light shining down, the crowd around it. Very Last Dinner-ish, you know?
Mm.
Or
Mm.
Last Supper, sorry. Last Supper.
I think this is
All
the
right, let's
first
talk on the
supper.
microphone there. Oh,
So he
oh,
also owns Arsenal.
oh
Did
wow.
you know this?
Cronky. Did not know that.
Um, I'm trying to see what his business was. I'm always so curious on how you
Yeah,
make enough money. We had this talk one time about how the, you really, there's status symbols of wealth, whether it's a car or whether it's a watch or whether it's a boat. But the ultimate symbol, I feel like, is we said owning that sports team.
yeah. The one you grew up idolizing, you know,
So
and it's
his
yours. That'd be so
his
cool.
team, like his sports and entertainment company, owns
Hmm.
Arsenal, the Los Angeles Rams, the Denver Nuggets,
Wow.
the
Hmm.
WNBA team, the Colorado Rapids, I guess that's MLS, a lacrosse team, the LA Gladiators for the Overwatch League, and the LA
Oh,
Gorillas in the Call of Duty League.
man, this guy is
That's
diversified.
crazy, dude.
He's he's got a foot in literally everything.
Does this seem like it should be allowed?
He's monopolizing all of sports. Forget one thing. He's got it all.
Okay, so this is starting to make more sense.
I wonder
He
when
was a
he
realist. Go ahead.
I wonder when he like bought the Nuggets.
He founded the group in '83, but
Okay.
he was a big real estate guy and married Ann Walton,
Hmm.
the daughter of one of the Walmart people.
Oh.
So yeah,
Oh.
he combined his THF realty business with her Walmart stores and founded the sports group in '83.
Wow.
He bought the Nuggets in 2000.
So this has been a long time coming for him.
Yeah, 23. But I mean, does he really care? I feel like it's not one of those like he's
Yeah,
super invested. Like he grew up a sports. I mean, he probably did, but it's not like. I mean, he's over here. He's got a lacrosse team. He's got an Overwatch team, bro.
yeah. He's not passionate about the Denver Nuggets, you know?
I just couldn't see it. He's got a football. His football team won a Super Bowl. What 2 years ago? The Rams.
Yeah.
So
And
this is
I wonder,
fascinating. I didn't
it
know
would be
any of it.
interesting. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see like the arc of his like successful teams. You know, it's like 23 years, the Nuggets are just now winning a title. The
Right.
Rams, I don't know when he started owning the Rams, but that was relatively recently they won that. You know, it's
Yeah.
like,
Well, he didn't
is
own them
are
till
all of his
15.
teams peaking? Okay. So it's like, are all of his teams like peaking right now? Like, do we
How's
need to start
Arsenal doing?
gambling on his lacrosse team? So Arsenal was leading the Premier League all season long and then choked it at the very end.
Do they
So that was
do they
that's
do
pretty.
Overwatch gambling?
I'm sure you
They go
can.
to Call of Duty
I mean,
gambling.
surely it's out there.
I
But we
bet the
might need to
farm they're
ride
gonna
with
defuse the
Cronky.
bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah, let me
whatever
focus. Let me
Cronky's
start on
doing.
things I understand.
Yeah, we might need to figure out all that Cronky's into and follow him.
I mean, he's
He's
doing really
on a
hot right
successful
now.
stress. Yeah. So hmm,
That was fascinating.
yeah,
Let me throw another Jokic thing at you while
let's
he's
do it.
up here. We're still watching. He's giving his speech right now. The lowest drafted player ever to win the NBA Finals MVP. So we're talking. I think this would be a good. Maybe this is the next episode where we actually do like a tier list, and then we bring in like a goat, or we bring in somebody older, like one of
Yeah.
our dads or something to talk about. I don't know. Your dad played basketball. He was kind of into it.
hmm
Maybe he talks about some of the older guys. But Jokic, do you think he's going to miss out on some of the stardom? I know he doesn't have the personality for it. It's not the same thing where LeBron is. He's always got a camera crew. He's developing his brand. He's posting. He's doing the right things. But do you think Jokic being an international player hurts his branding?
Uh, well, I think if he wanted it, he could do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if he wanted that, but I don't think he wants it. You know, he just doesn't seem to like
No, I
want
don't think
that.
he cares.
Yeah, I don't think he cares about it. I think it's might be like a cultural thing too. You know, it's like he grew up in
Mm-hmm.
Serbia, and that's kind of not important. Like listening to
Right.
stuff about him these past couple of weeks, it's like he's a big fan of horses. He's got like a bunch of horses back in Serbia. So it's like, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy to, you know, be out and about.
Yeah. I don't think he cares either. Like, I think most
Yeah.
people or most of these players, when they give these talks, like, hey, how are you going to finish the stretch of the season to secure the MVP? And they're like, oh man, it's not about the MVP. It's not about stats. Like, we're just going to get these wins. Like, I think that's, bull crap for
Yeah.
90% of the league. But then I think when
hmm
he's like, no, I just want to win games, I actually don't think that he cares about his stats or the finals
Yeah.
MVP or MVP of the league. I think he's just
Yeah.
out there to hoop.
Yeah. I think so too. I mean, yeah.
I guess
I
I'm
think he would be
saying
an all time. Go for it.
I guess I'm saying not from a stardom perspective, but kind of how we remember him. Are we going
Yeah.
to remember him the same way we remember a Tim Duncan, a Tracy McGrady, like a superstar,
Yeah.
with him being this unmarketable foreign player? Like, does that hurt him in his legacy?
Uh, mhm. I mean, it's hard to tell, but I don't think it'll be like you'll forget about Nikola Jokic because he wasn't anything other than just a great basketball player. Because
Right.
I think because he's at the beginning really. I think he's got a lot left in him. So we still have
Oh
a few
yeah,
years of
I mean
Jokic,
5 more
probably.
years easily.
Yeah.
God forbid
So
there's an
we still have some
injury
more
or
time with
something.
him. Yeah. He's a tank. He's a tank.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Also, a legendary picture right here. Everybody like in the finals gear. And then Nikola Jokic like off to the right back. You saw
He's
just
not
like in
even
his
with the
jersey, and just
team.
he's not even in there. He's just kind of clapping over there by himself. He's just over there, just
It's like Michael
yep,
Porter Jr. holding both trophies, and Nikola Jokic is like he's in the stands basically.
yeah. I mean, they're taking the team picture right now, and it looks like
Like
who
you,
has the MVP trophy right now?
Bruce
Who's got the
Brown has the
MVP?
case, or he's got
Bruce
the
Brown.
MVP trophy. Christian
Nikola
Brown's
Jokic is
sitting in
nowhere to
front
be
next to
seen.
the trophy. He's shaking hands and kissing babies.
Yeah, yeah.
And this guy's in a Broncos t-shirt, or he's in the Broncos button up.
Flannel. I mean, that's as Colorado as it gets.
Okay, so
Broncos
now
flannel.
Joker he went to go get his kid. He's
Yep,
still in
his
the
kid's
back.
got the hat on, kid on the shoulders. I think Christian Brown
Oh,
has
that's
the finals
adorable.
MVP now.
Hold that tight, buddy.
Yeah.
He's in the back. He looks like a bench player. And who's this
And
guy up there?
that guy next to Christian Brown is just somebody's brother, probably, Christian Brown's brother.
Is that guy? That guy is not even on the team.
No. Wow.
Most seasons prior to first title, 46.
Man,
Wow.
Nuggets.
They were due.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a sick
What a
jacket for
leather
that baby.
jacket for sure.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Man, that's
Well, shout
wild.
out to the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah. Go Denver. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't think he cares about the finals MVP.
Yeah.
This was a really fun playoffs, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I mean, having the Lakers get swept by the Nuggets, less than ideal.
Right.
That would have been real fun series to go 6 games, but the Nuggets are the Nuggets. They're that good.
Yeah. I mean, and I think even that last series in the Eastern Conference Finals went 7.
Yeah.
I think maybe Boston could have taken them to another game because I think Butler really ran out of gas.
Hmm.
But I think also at the end of the day, Denver would have laid it on either of those
Oh yeah.
teams.
Yeah, it did not matter who won the Eastern Conference. It was the Denver the whole way pretty much. I feel like everybody thought that.
Yeah, even when we were watching those Celtics games, it was like,
Yeah.
I feel like somebody's just gonna get their pain delayed for a couple weeks. Is
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
about
mean,
it.
yeah. The Heat were fun to watch. I mean, just the fact that all those undrafted guys played so well. And they just kind of fell apart in the finals. Caleb Martin, I feel like, didn't have a great final series.
Yeah, but we were waiting on him to cool down.
Yeah, he just got insanely hot there for like 4
Everybody in
games.
the country was like, "This is way too hot for Caleb Martin to be playing right now."
Yeah. Yeah. Caleb Martin. I mean, Kyle Lowry had a better finals probably than it did the Eastern Conference Finals. Jimmy Butler cooled off a lot. Yeah, I mean,
Like, shockingly a lot though.
it was like Jimmy Butler is the guy. Like, he was going to win the Heat a championship, and then he just kind of fluffed out in the finals. I don't think he had a
Yeah.
good game, like a really good game in the entire finals. Even the game they
Do you
won.
name one of the first take segments in the morning?
That's a good one.
I'm gonna say maybe before they even talk about the Nuggets, we get is Hemi Buckets Jimmy Butler again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking, is this the end for Jimmy Butler in the Heat? That could be a first take segment. I mean, I don't think that, but I could say that's a first take segment.
I've heard, and I say this like I'm in some elite NBA circles. I'm
Hmm.
just on TikTok and Instagram and stuff. I've heard there's a Damian Lillard trade possibility for the Heat.
Mm, for Jimmy Butler, just straight
I
up.
think I don't know who it would be for. It could be a three-way.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Portland's in an era where they're going to want young guys. They're going to want to rebuild. They're going to want to build around Sharp and these younger guys coming in. I
yeah.
don't. What pick do they have?
I have no clue. I also saw today where Fred Van Vliet did not take his player option. He was gonna be
I
a
did
free
read
agent.
that.
So I mean, he would fit in Miami. He'd fit the
Portland has
system.
a. He does seem like a Miami pickup to me.
Yeah,
He might be waiting on to see what Damian Lillard does.
yeah, for sure. I mean,
So
from
Portland got the third pick, so they're going to end up with Scoot or Brandon Miller. If they end up with Scoot, that's another point guard that they don't need.
yeah. Mhm.
So I mean, and the worst time to plan for next season is literally seconds after the NBA Finals. So
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, I feel like the draft's in like 2 weeks. It's pretty soon. So I mean,
That
you
is
really
true.
gotta be planning.
They really got to figure this out.
I mean, the Nuggets were literally planning for next season during the finals that they were
Yeah,
in.
they
So
yeah.
I mean, it's happening.
But
So
that's because my man, whatever his name was, Kronoki,
yeah,
that dude's a businessman.
yeah. He unfazed by
Yeah,
what's
he
going
could
on.
care less about. He's not going to be one of those coaches, in the NFL where everybody else's season is over and the defensive coordinator turns down a job interview because I'm gonna focus on our guys now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not this Denver
Mm-mm.
guy.
Nah.
See him in that meeting on Monday morning or Tuesday morning after the finals.
Yeah, he's trying to get into all this like PGA Tour stuff. Have you been seeing that? He's trying to get some money in that game. He's excited. That's what he's been doing these past couple of weeks.
I don't know what's been going on with that. I know that there was something where like these guys that took the live money,
Yeah.
it didn't work out and they still got the money.
Well, I mean, we can kind of segue now into our next part. And
Okay, let me give you a segue real quick.
okay, let's segue.
While I'm
Here we
watching
go.
the Nuggets on the screen,
Oh yeah, all these grown men kissing. It looks like just kissing
how does
everybody
this
on the cheek.
work? How does this work in golf with these foreign guys? I was wondering how this plays out in golf, where I said, are we going to remember Jokic with the other American superstars? And I
Mm.
know golf's a sport now where it's like there's all these foreign guys playing in the tour and all this other stuff. So, do you think we're going to remember some of these superstars the same way we remember the American guys? Like, if Tiger Woods was from Serbia, would we remember him like Tiger Woods? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
also in the NBA, the top best four players in the world right now, you probably got Embiid, Jokic, Giannis, and Luca. They're all foreign players. Is that what we're seeing in these other sports too?
yeah. Well, I mean, the PGA is a like PGA Tour global
Right.
players. Like the number one player on tour, or maybe number two, John Rahm. You wouldn't.
Yeah,
I mean,
Spain.
he's Spanish. Yeah, nobody would think that. Like Victor Hovland, he's from Norway. So
Yeah.
and you know, there's a lot of people. I mean, I just don't like when I think of PGA Tour players. I don't really think about where they're from. Like that's not.
Yeah.
That's I feel like that's not as big of a deal in the PGA because it's so much more common than probably the
Yeah.
NBA. You know.
That is true.
So. But speaking of foreign, oh man, this is another good segue into something I actually told you I want to talk about. Foreign golf. This past weekend was the Canadian Open, and that got me thinking, Ian. I mean, Let me pull up this
Okay,
date.
I actually watched some of this on Sunday.
Okay, so I did not get to watch it live. Unfortunately, I was at an event, could not watch it live. But I was wondering, do you remember what you were doing in 1954?
Dude, nobody was even thinking about me.
I know. I mean, that's a crazy thing. But
My
let me.
granddad was born in 53.
Oh
He
wow.
wasn't even thinking yet.
No, he wasn't thinking about nothing. He was trying to figure out his fingers at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me tell you what this guy named Pat Fletcher was doing.
Okay.
Pat Fletcher, Canadian man, wins the Canadian Open. And you know who has not won the Canadian Open since Pat Fletcher in 1954?
I'm gonna guess a Canadian.
You're exactly right. Give the man a sticker. No other Canadian has won until, well, it's still Monday, until yesterday when Nick Taylor, Canadian, drains a 70-footer on the fourth playoff hole to win it. And his fellow Canadian, I don't know if you saw this part, Adam
This is the guy
Hadwin.
like in the blue shirt that's just hanging out.
Don't think so. He's wearing like a green hoodie, kinda, and he comes
Yes.
out with a
Okay, I'm with
champagne
you.
bottle, right? Adam Hadwin.
Yes. Yes.
And then the security guard comes ripping around that C gap and just lays a textbook form tackle on Adam Hadwin. Goes into the ground, dislocates Adam Hadwin's shoulder. And I don't know if
What?
yeah, I know. It sounds ridiculous.
I missed this.
Yep. And this week is probably no shade on Canada, but a slightly bigger event than the Canadian Open. The US Open is this weekend.
Slightly bigger.
Slightly. And Adam Hadwin has had to withdraw from that event because
No.
because he dislocated his shoulder due to the security guards.
Can I
Excellent.
pull this up?
Pull
Can I
it
share
up.
my screen?
Pull it up. Yep.
This is on YouTube. We can watch it, I think.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it was incredible, cinematic masterpiece. The video I saw, just okay. Yeah, let's see what this one looks like.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that it's pretty intense.
He went down hard. Oh.
The best video is the video that's like behind Adam Hadwin, and it's like you're seeing like Nick Taylor and his caddy celebrating, and then you see the security guard curling around him, like curling around the, like really like a linebacker.
Dude.
That one right there. Yeah, that one right there.
This one that I got.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Okay. This is a cinematic masterpiece right here.
This is the moment, Canadian.
I can't see it.
Oh my gosh.
I can't see it. I don't know if the recording
my
can't
bad,
see
my
it.
bad, my bad.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he comes around him, gets up under him.
Boom! And like Adam Hadwin's still going with the champagne. What's going on? And then you see Nick Taylor and his caddy just like
what is
look
Taylor
over
thinking?
There. He's like, "What is happening?" I guess he's
like
trying to figure
boy.
out. He's like, "What's going on?" I mean, just a full-on takedown.
Wow, I didn't even pay that much attention after it.
I mean, that was one of the first things I saw.
Epic cut.
So yeah, that was my sporting event of the weekend, and it was just kind of a crazy thing to happen.
I'm so glad we had this talk.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah. So Adam Hadwin out of the U.S. Open.
Dang, son.
Adjust your weekend viewing schedule accordingly.
Did he have a shot?
Probably not, but you just never know, you know? And just like get to play in one of the majors, you know, it's just kind of stinks.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Did he actually break a rule, or was the security guard just didn't know that he was another
He
player?
just didn't know who he was. He just thought it was like some random guy who stuck a champagne bottle onto a golf course.
And he didn't know him and Taylor were cool.
Yeah, there's no way. I think that's the situation. We don't have the security guard interview yet, But if we could be, if we could get the security guard first, like a lukewarm takes exclusive, like the
I
security
gotta
guard,
get my people on
we
this.
we gotta get on that. That would be incredible.
I gotta get my people on this.
Who do we call? Who do we
Do
call?
you have any golf contacts?
Not in Canada.
That is true.
We'd have to have a Canadian golf contact.
Oh, dude, it's in Canada. I bet the security guard felt so bad.
Oh yeah,
I bet he's like, I'm so
devastated.
sorry, bud. I bet he said he was sorry a million times.
Oh my gosh.
And I bet Adam Hadwin wasn't even mad at him.
No chance.
I bet he was like, "Oh, it's okay, bud. You're just doing your job."
No. Sorry, I hit you with the champagne. Like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought this is probably a really polite exchange that went on afterwards.
Oh yeah. You have to imagine. You have to imagine.
Dang, dude.
So that was that.
So what were you talking about before that on the business side of things at golf? Is that what we were
Oh
talking
yeah.
about?
So like you heard of the Live thing, right?
Yeah.
So like, they Saudi investment fund, I think that's what it's called. Sovereign investment fund from Saudi Arabia.
Whoa.
Yeah, there we go.
Was that a Freudian slip?
Well, I mean, it's Saudi. It's Saudi.
Oh, okay.
They're Saudi. The sovereign investment fund is Saudi Arabian. It's like their government money or whatever. Like their prince,
Okay.
he has all this money, and they invest in it. Well, they make this golf league, and then they pay a bunch of PGA Tour players a ton of money, notably like Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau, Phil Mickelson, kind of the face of all of them. And like an
Right.
absurd amount of money. Absurd amount. Business decision, excellent to go do it. Well, the PGA people, specifically Jay Monahan, the commissioner of the PGA, was like, "Hey, you guys are taking this. It's not ethical to be taking this money, right? Like, it's not
Right.
good. You shouldn't be doing it." Well, this past Tuesday, I think it was a Tuesday, it comes out that the PGA Tour, the DP World Tour, which is like the rest of the world's PGA Tour, and not Live, but the Sovereign Investment Fund is creating an umbrella company to house all golf things under, including the Live copyrights and all that. So it's like the big deal was like Jay Monahan and the PGA were like, "Hey, don't go take all their money. Taking their money's bad," and then they kind of just took their money, and that's what it's looking like. And there's a lot of them, like they were suing each other over like antitrust and countersuing over defamation or whatever. And this basically cuts all that off from happening. I think that was kind of the main reason the PGA kind of did it, because they knew they were screwed. But now,
So what did they do?
For like with the antitrust stuff,
Yeah.
or I mean, they just kind of like act like it never happened. They like unfiled or whatever you do, annul it. So yeah. So, but now the Senate, there's a Senate committee that's opening an investigation on like this whole transaction. So might come to bite in the butt. I guess we'll see.
When even is this? Like, I never even see when these other tours are going on.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You know?
Live plays every other week or every third week, and it's on TV. It's on the CW, and nobody watches it. Like nobody watches the Live League just because it's so tough to watch. Like not difficult to watch as a product, but like I don't go seeking out the CW. Nobody talks about Live Golf. Like I don't care about the Four Aces or the High Flyers, like the teams they make. Like I don't really care. It's just like the events aren't like, it's just not something I care about. I'd rather watch the PGA Tour events, the Canadian Open, stuff like the
Yeah.
But
you think that'll flip?
Well, I mean, they haven't even said what it's going to look like. They haven't even said like the Live Tour is going to keep playing or the Live Tour players are going to come back to the PGA Tour. Like they haven't even said that. So it's still like everybody still just doesn't know what's going on. But like there's some golfers on the PGA Tour that are like pissed off. like they could have gone and taken the bag, but they didn't. and now the penalty for the people who took the bag, it looks like it's going to go away.
Is nothing.
Yeah, they're saying they're going to like fine them, but I mean,
So what were they going to like originally? What were they saying they couldn't do? They were saying you joining the Live Tour violates your agreement with the PGA.
yeah, kind of like the Live's a competitor of us, so you playing for them means you can't play with us. So they just said, hey, if you play for Live, go for it. You shouldn't because they said all these ethical things, but you cannot play on the PGA Tour.
But they still let them play.
No, they haven't. They haven't let them play on the PGA Tour. They get to play the majors, right? Because those aren't PGA Tour events. They just so they
Oh,
live, right? So yes, but now it
okay.
looks like they're going to be able to come back and play on the PGA Tour. That's what it looks like, but nobody really knows.
So they got a slap on the wrist.
And $50 million as well.
On the low end.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really remember the numbers, but it's an absurd amount of money. Like Cristiano Ronaldo, Saudi Arabian, soccer team money.
Let's see. Yeah, Phil Mickelson had a $138 million deal.
Yeah. And I mean, that might
Man,
be 1 year, and they're in their second year now, so I don't know.
I just don't see like if most I don't know. I would think that most the consumers of golf, do you think they're Americans or
I'd say fairly world. Well, I don't know. Consumers of the PGA Tour probably are mostly American, you
yeah.
know. But I mean, I'd say you get a good mix.
I'm just trying to think like if you sign all these big name people, is that really helping? I mean, is Phil Mickelson being on the Live Tour? What is that really doing for the Live Tour? Is that really going to help people be like, oh, I'm going to go switch the channel over and watch it, or are you just going to watch the next guy on the PGA?
Yeah, like I think that was their idea. Was like, all right, if we can get all the big guys, well, then they're gonna have to watch us, right? But
Yeah,
then I just feel like nobody did because everybody's just so used to the PGA Tour and the events and the golf courses that are on the PGA Tour, and we're like, we're just gonna stay with the PGA Tour and the format too. It's just like it's tough to really get behind the format they were playing, and like it's just so much easier for me to stay watching the PGA Tour than to change to the
you
Live
already
Tour.
know it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like yeah, and they play every week. Like PGA Tour plays every single week, pretty much. It's like there's always,
yeah.
but I don't know.
Dude, I'm notorious for I don't know anybody's name or anything, and then I'll come in there on that Sunday afternoon after church. Boy, I'll kick my feet up, I'll take a nap, I'll wake up and I'll watch like the last 3 holes.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's
I'm like, and then I'll feel good about myself, like I'm a high society guy
yeah.
who watch
Watches the
golf.
golf. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. It was just tough to get behind the Live. Moral of the story: you're not getting form tackles on the Live Tour, I would imagine, like we were able to get at the Canadian Open. So,
No, that was worth, yeah, that easily.
but
I need to get on the golf.
yeah,
I know it's going to be an investment, which I'm
it's
not thrilled about.
it's a
I know it's
significant
going to be
time.
a time investment.
Yeah, and I mean, really, I only watch Sunday. I'm like just watching the
Yeah.
leaderboard the rest of the
Oh, I'm
week.
not starting off on
Yeah, you're not
watching the
watching.
Thursday stuff.
No, that's
Maybe
like
the Masters.
I think the trick is to follow a few people on Twitter, right? That like follow that
Uh-huh.
are like golf reporters. And then it's like, okay, all throughout the week you're getting like little bits of
I'm getting some
content.
updates.
Yeah, like you kind of figure out what's going on in the golf world.
Ooh,
So,
late
and then
nights getting to me.
yeah, we're really burning the midnight oil here. But then if you get like people that you like to follow, then it's. I don't know.
Okay, let me use this as a segue.
But
We're talking Live Tour is signing a big name like Phil Mickelson getting $138 million. Is that pro Phil Mickelson? Is that going to work out for him, or is that really going to end up paying off for their brand in the long haul? That's the question. Let's translate that question into this
Mm-hmm.
Lionel Messi situation.
Yep.
They're going to give him a stake of the team. So he couldn't get the big offer like the Saudis were going to give him, but he's going to end up with a lot of assets after he's done.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's the same thought process is Miami's one of the worst teams in the MLS right now. And they're thinking we're going to get more, viewers, we're going to sell out our games and all that stuff. In the long haul, is this really going to be pro MLS, or is Messi just going to end up having $100 million stake in the
Yeah.
league?
I think the biggest winner is the MLS. I think Lionel Messi took a huge pay
You
cut.
do?
Yeah. Lionel Messi was going to get paid like $1.2 billion over 3 years to play it for the Saudi
Man.
Arabian League. Like, it was an unreal amount of money. And he's going to get paid a salary of maybe 60 million a year, possibly. He'll get a stake in the company that David Beckham paid $25 million for, and now it's worth like 350. So he's already up so much. He's going to be able to kind of give away some of that. And then he's getting like money from Apple TV directly for the subscriptions. So he's getting his money, but it's not what it was gonna be, right? Like in Saudi Arabia. But what does the MLS get? It gets like the minute I saw that Messi was going to Miami, I instantly looked at Atlanta United when they play Miami to buy tickets. And they were already stupid. They were like $800 for like the
Yeah, I looked
nosebleed.
at the Nashville ones.
Yeah. That's what everybody did when they saw that news. I think it's going to change the game in America. It's just like we're gonna have Lionel Messi playing in the U.S. with a World Cup around the corner in the U.S.
Dude.
It's
And
changing the
he's
game.
yeah, so this says he might not debut until late July
Hmm.
and then catch the playoffs in October. This deal is actually, yeah, it's complicated. He's getting a salary from the team, which they just don't have. I mean, these MLS teams, these guys aren't on big multi-million-dollar contracts.
Yeah, and they're having to
But
get around the salary cap with some fancy way that they did for David Beckham back in the day. That's what I saw.
he's getting bonuses, equity in the team, and then a direct sponsorship through Adidas and Apple TV.
Yeah.
And then he's got merchandising agreements and profit sharing agreements. So he's gonna get a share in the overall profit on the MLS season pass. That's crazy.
He's getting paid by Apple TV. Like, that money's coming straight from Apple to Lionel Messi. He will have a direct
Dude.
deposit with Apple. And I thought I saw like the profit sharing. It'll be like profit of the team. He's just gonna get a percentage off the top. So it'll be, ticket sales, merchandise, hot dogs, like everything, plus equity.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
he's
is
gonna be some
insane.
pretty. It's nothing beats $1.2 billion in cash straight up. Nothing beats that. You can't tell me otherwise. But
No,
this will put him in a good enough position that possibly he can get to 1.2 billion over the course of a few years. And I would argue that living in Miami is better than living in Saudi Arabia.
that's what I was gonna say
Yeah.
is it's $1.2 billion, but do I want to throw 2 years of my life in Saudi Arabia? Or I could go live in Miami where
Yep.
everybody already speaks my language anyways.
And you will be like a god.
And I'll be the king of the city.
He will own it. He will own Miami. It'll be crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be wild.
I'll run the city.
Yep.
They already speak Spanish anyways.
Yep. And he will be better than everyone in the MLS and train once a week. It's like it's gonna be stupid. The skill gap is insane. I don't know.
Yeah, and this says he's already earned over $1 billion
Yeah.
in his career through his international team and his clubs and his merchandise and stuff like that. So if you're already
I mean,
a
he ain't hurting.
billionaire,
Yeah. Yeah, it ain't
I
hurting.
know I'm not trying to say, because I have no experience being a billionaire. If I'm already a billionaire, how much does the next billion? Would I trade another billion to live in Saudi Arabia,
Yeah.
or would I take this deal in Miami?
Yeah.
It kind of seems like a
Yeah.
no
And
brainer to me.
and I'm pretty sure that he is a travel ambassador for Saudi Arabia,
Huh.
like to get people to come visit. Like he's um like you know, because they have a lot of cool stuff apparently. But he's like a travel
Do
ambassador, so
they?
that was kind of like a part of the whole thing too. Was
Hold
like, is
on,
he
you're
gonna?
freezing up.
Uh-oh, your video's freezing up. But I can hear you. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So I mean, I don't know. I think I'm glad he's in Miami because that's going to be exciting for American soccer.
Yeah.
So
What is there to do in Saudi Arabia?
I mean, they're well. I mean, it is a desert, but they have water. Like they're on an ocean or a sea, but they got unlimited money, so they can turn it into whatever they want, right? Like so, they have that big marina looking thing, you know, that looks like a palm tree.
Hmm.
Out in the water, you know that?
No, I haven't seen that.
Well,
Dubai's not far.
yeah, that might be what I'm thinking of actually. Things to do. It's
Yeah, I'm not seeing this palm tree marina.
Hmm. Okay, we will find this thing. It might be in
Things to do in Saudi Arabia.
that's literally what I googled.
So,
There's the Kaaba, so that's exciting.
yeah.
Um, yeah, so not many landmarks. I mean, the Kaaba is a big one. That's a pretty big
I I would
landmark.
be willing to bet
Yeah.
that there's more in Miami than the entire country.
How many Disney Worlds? How close
Yeah.
is Saudi Arabia to a Disney World? All right, let's be honest with ourselves.
Yeah, I think they've got something in Paris, so like maybe a 6-hour flight.
Yeah, it'll have a. I don't know how close Miami is to Orlando. It's close though. It's close.
Yeah, so it says there's some grave sites. Um,
Yeah, I don't
Not
see.
looking good.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Lionel Messi would know because he is a travel ambassador
Yeah, but would
for
he
Saudi
really
Arabia.
know?
Yeah, I don't. Who knows what that means? Hmm.
There's a big mosque, some scuba diving. That's about it.
Yeah.
Do all that in Miami.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. This has been fun. We were gone for a little bit.
Yeah, it's
Mike's about to fall off.
been a crazy few weeks. But we're
You
back.
were taking that. Yeah. And I need to get right. I've had another writing project that I've been working on, and I haven't been on the thing as much. I need to watch Into the Spider-Verse and put a review on that.
Mm.
Uh, but yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah,
You took the LSAT,
I took the LSAT Saturday, so that's
so
something.
Saul Goodman coming soon.
I might end up in America, Samoa college ball or whatever he was at. If I'm not careful.
The American Technology or the American Samoan Institute of Technology, you mean?
Something like that. Yeah, I could
Yeah, I think
join
it's like.
some notable alumnus.
Oh, I
So,
thought I was going to say this at the end. So the Orange Crush,
ooh,
I think that was what our 5U, 6U
one of those.
rec soccer team.
Hmm.
Um, don't know if the I don't know where this picture is. Anyways, I have a picture of us when we're like 6 at McDonald's after a win, and it's got those cups with like the purple and blue squiggly line on it, you know?
Mm. Oh, yeah. I think
Can you see this?
yeah, I've seen that picture. I mean, it's kind of hard to see on here, but I see. You know, it's gonna be for people who aren't me and you. Well, I mean, I bet most people who are gonna listen slash watch to this are gonna know exactly who me and you are in that picture, right? You know,
Right.
but but it'd be a fun guessing game if you didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, for
We
sure.
we need to get a bunch of those pictures together, like that one and like the space camp picture.
The
You
Space
know,
Camp one's good.
space camp one's good, where it's like you're like a foot taller than me for like all
But
of our
you're older.
yeah, and I was a year older.
I know I have that one somewhere.
Yeah, space camp one was probably a good one.
Yeah, that's fun. Let me give you a update. I have a meeting.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll include this or not. I might
Yeah.
cut this. Yeah, in case I decide to scrap all that. Possibly big news in the lukewarm takes world coming soon.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited. That's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be cool. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. All right, you got anything else?
I think that's it.
Yeah. All right. I mean, that's basically 3 segments that we didn't plan.
Yeah.
We got some NBA, we got some PGA, and Miami Messi.
It's exciting
Do
stuff.
you think if let's say Dame goes to Miami
Mm.
and Messi's in Miami and they make it back to the playoffs, um, who's the top 3 people in Miami that get the most screen time that are sitting courtside?
Ooh.
My Messi's automatically number 1, I
Yeah.
feel like. So then who are the next 2 behind him?
Man, I don't even know. I mean, I really don't even know who was this year. I wasn't paying that much attention to
DJ
those.
Khaled got a lot.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
And in the last game in Miami, Neymar was there.
Hmm.
He got a lot. There were these twins that I had never met, or obviously I've never met that I'd never seen before.
Yeah. DJ Khaled, he'll keep getting the screen time.
Yeah. There was some Jennifer Lopez, some Pitbull,
Pitbull,
some Dwayne Wade.
you know, one thing I think with like just thinking about Pitbull and DJ Khaled, like with Messi coming in, it's like it's no longer your town, Pitbull. You know, it's like I feel like he might be thinking
Yeah.
like I'm not losing Miami right now. We might have a little turf war.
DJ Khaled is in fact going to lose Miami
Yeah,
to Lionel Messi.
yeah.
Speaking of, do you watch anything? Like I get DJ Khaled's TikToks all the time. He's really into golf right now.
Not really. Yeah, I don't see it. I haven't seen it
Maybe
yet.
we could have like his caddy on or something.
Yeah, if we get someone. Okay, this made me think. There's this TV show coming on in a couple weeks. I saw an ad for it like before the NBA game. It's it's like a bunch of people and they're all related to some celebrity, and the whole game is them trying to figure out who the other people are related
They're
to. It's like Survivor, but they're like,
whoa,
yeah, so it's gonna be wild. But like, if we could get someone like that on, who's like somebody's cousin, you know,
yeah,
like Jimmy Butler's cousin, you know, or the guy that cuts Jimmy Butler's cousin's hair, you know,
yeah.
like I think that would be groundbreaking for lukewarm takes, just to like break the ice, get in the game, know someone.
I do too. We've got to get in that, in that media space.
Yeah.
I want to press pass to next year's finals.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we
They say that you're 7 people away from anybody.
yeah. So we just got to choose the right first 6 to get to that golden 7th, you know? And we got to find the right path.
It's out there.
Someone. We'll get someone on here.
Let's do it.
I don't know who.
Okay.
We'll get someone.
Hey, it's been fun. See
I
us
enjoyed it.
next NBA Finals live at the game.
We'll be there in Miami with
Sitting
Lionel Messi.
with, yeah, maybe we're sitting behind Chuck and Shaq in the TNT table. I don't know.
We could be.
Maybe that's our big breakthrough is we're the people in the back behind them.
Yeah. Or Shaq lifts us over the fence like he did that one girl that one time. I don't know if you remember that, like in the
That would
conference
be
finals.
groundbreaking for us.
I mean, game changer.
That'd be awesome.
Inside the ropes.
All right. This has
All
been
right.
fun.
Yeah. We need to go to sleep. I gotta go to work.
Late night, lukewarm takes. Good to see you.
Yep. Next time.